Hi guys, welcome back to Sunday League to Champions League. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have a league game away against Dover, and we follow it up with an FA Cup tie against fellow National League South side Dartford. As you can see from the league table to your right, we're currently sat in 7th place. We've had a really decent run of form where we've lost only one in 9 matches. That includes 2 FA Cup ties, albeit, but we've had a really good month in September, including a win over Dartford, who we do play in the FA Cup at the second part of today's episode, which of course you did see that, didn't you? That was yesterday's episode, of course. So, in terms of the way we're going, certainly positives to be taken. Not too many negatives. The Tonbridge game, we really struggled. We just didn't get into the game, unfortunately. And from that, it was just a case of trying to rebuild ourselves. But we had decent FA Cup draws against Harrow and Haringey, or Haringey. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. But we won against both of them, which has led us to the 4th qualifying round against Dartford. If we win that, we're in the first round proper of the FA Cup, which would be a brilliant achievement in our first season in charge. We've not seen too many transfers at all. We've not actually done any business coming in, but Nat Jarvis has now left the club. He's gone to Stourbridge on a free transfer, and it does mean that we're a little short up front. We only have Marion, Agho, and McCooty now, but to be quite honest, we've only been playing the one up front, so for the time being, that will see us quite right at the moment. And in terms of form, like I say, everyone's been playing quite well. And to be quite honest, really happy with the direction that the team are going. And we're keeping the same starting lineup as we had for the last game against Havant and Waterlooville. Again, they played really well against us, but a couple of errors allowed us to score 2 good goals toward the end of the match. And we ended up with another good result there. Kowalczyk remains in goal. Ball, Fulston, Evans, and Winstanley at the back. Lucas, James, and Smith, the midfield three with Stern, Chamberlain, and Marion. Might change one or two. I think that's going to be about right. We will bring Ed Harris onto the bench, I think, instead of Nick Grimes. We have had one or two players come to us about not playing enough first team football, but to be fair, they've very quickly accepted the fact that they would become squad players. And overall, everything is quite good. Team cohesion is looking pretty good. So going into this game, yes, Dover are bottom of the league, but we've still got to get out there and do the job. Hopefully we will do so. And the fact that we're in such good form does certainly open up for positivity from our point of view. So we go into this game hoping for a win, of course, and to be sat in 7th in the league, considering, as we've mentioned in each episode so far, that we were favourites to finishing at the bottom of the table. I think we're doing quite well. And the team, like I say, seems to be coming together a little bit. This counter-attacking mentality that we've got with a cautious mentality seems to be working out quite well for us. And the fact that we've got such strong choices for defence, I think that's certainly helping us with this system. Evans here into Smith. Just lays it back to Winstanley, who's got a bit of space to work, and he plays it inside to Smith again. Winstanley into Chamberlain. Back to Winstanley again. Now Lucas, just holding on to it. That's a good pass out to Chamberlain again. Looks to loft it inside. James picks it up. Gets the strike away. It's just over the crossbar on that left-hand side. Stern had made a good run there, but he couldn't quite pick up on it. And James, in the end, went for glory. Fulston with a delivery from the corner, and it's bundled about in the penalty area. We almost had a chance there, and in the end, Cisse managing to clear for Dover. Winstanley picks it up, but unfortunately, we can't create anything from there. Something I did think about earlier as well. Obviously, we started at Chesham for last season's Sunday League to Champions League. In this same league, they got relegated from the division. So obviously, unfortunately, we will not be revisiting them in this season. Here is James. Good free kick. It's off the woodwork. And they're desperate trying to get it clear here, Dover. They do manage to do so. But Marion picks it up on that left-hand side. Finds Dan Ball, who knocks it inside. But again, nothing too much happening from there. We've certainly been the dominant force, but just the one shot on target. We're going to get the lads to try and focus up a little bit on their shooting in the second half. If we can continue to create the chances, that's great, but we need to hit the target more often. And we have got options on the bench. Colin McBride has looked quite good when he's come off the bench. He's not scored yet, but he has looked quite strong. So hopefully he can do well in this second half when he does come on. Baptiste here with a delivery for Dover, swings it in, down ball with the header away. Marion looking to put the pressure on. It's come out to Wilkinson, and the strike is over the crossbar. And I think, to be honest, we will make those changes now. There's 25 minutes to go. Fitness-wise, with this counter-attacking system, we're not too worried about it, to be honest. Chamberlain's actually been the better one of the front three so far, which is a bit of a strange one. But McBride is going to come on, probably for Ross Stern, and we'll switch him and Chamberlain over. And I think, in all honesty, just because Lucas is on that yellow card, we'll push Evans into the midfield, and we'll get Ed Harris on at centre-back. And, I mean, Dan Ball's on yellow card as well. So I think for now, we'll leave it at that and just maintain in case we need to make that further change with the defender. We're just going to drop a little bit of encouragement. Like I say, we've been far the better side here, but we've just struggled in front of goal, which is something that we haven't done. We haven't really struggled at all in front of goal in recent weeks, but hopefully we can create something. But Cisse here with a corner for Dover. It's toward Baptiste. We do manage to get it clear, but we need to get out to Cisse again, who picks it up. Gets the strike away. Oh, my word. Quad Cisse with a brilliant finish for bottom club Dover. And we're going to demand more here. And I think, to be honest, we'll get Agho on now up front, and hopefully we can find an equaliser. We don't deserve to lose this game, and we're playing bottom of the league. It's not ideal that we do lose this game, to be honest. And overall, a very frustrating game, that one. We've not scored for the first time in a long while. Typical when it comes to the episodes, of course. And a 1-0 defeat against the side who were rock bottom of the table. And they only, I mean, we had the same number of shots on target, but we had 3 times as many attempts at goal. But unfortunately, it just didn't happen. And bit of a disappointment, but we're going to have to move on pretty quickly. And that defeat moves us down into 12th place. Dover are still bottom. I think that is probably their, yeah, before today, obviously, they'd only got 2 points. So that's their first win in the season. And that is very disappointing from our point of view, considering the fact that we should be winning that game, considering where we were. Not the best performance. We've actually got a week to go until that FA Cup 4th round qualifier. So I'll just get through that off camera, and hopefully we can have a better result in that FA Cup game, because the Dartford game will be tough. There's no doubt about it. They are in the same league as us, as we're aware. So we're going to have to be on point, and hopefully we'll be a little bit more like it in front of goal. Okay then, guys, here we go for the game in the FA Cup. As you can see, we dropped down to 12th after that league defeat against Dover. There is actually a league game happening between Dover and 20th place Truro. So I like to think after our defeat against Dover, they'll start winning more games, because it would look quite bad if they still got relegated, to be honest, after our defeat. But again, we've certainly got things to build on. Just before we move forward, I just wanted to show you the leagues that we've got loaded for this series. We've got the Austrian leagues loaded, Belgium, all of England, of course, a couple of leagues in France, Germany, Italy, Holland, Portugal, Scotland, Spain, and Turkey. Turkey and Austria probably the wild cards, really. The rest of them, obviously, we went to Scotland last year. But I thought having Austria, Belgium, and Turkey, especially with Holland and Portugal as well, just offers something a bit different as well, and the potential of us expanding series as we go forward. So I just wanted to let you guys know that obviously last year we had just the basic leagues loaded. We had all of the players loaded, but it was just the basic leagues. This time we've gone for more the leagues rather than the player side of things. And hopefully the streamlined side of it will work a little bit better with my new setup. Anyway, back to the game. We're at home against Dartford in the FA Cup 4th qualifying round. And Kowalczyk, Ball, Fulston, Evans, Winstanley, Lucas, James Smith, Stern, Chamberlain, and Marion. We're keeping the same starting lineup again. So, you know, at least we're being consistent with the squad at the moment. We've got plenty of wingers at the club, of course, as well. But there is no rotation for the time being. Hopefully, we can get a better result today and make the most of our chances. It is going to be a tough game, but we have a big opportunity here to be able to get into the first round proper of the FA Cup. And with the main road save that we had previously as well, the first round proper, we just couldn't get into it, could we? Hopefully, at the first time of asking here, we might be able to do something. Fingers crossed, we can get the job done. It will be tough, but let's see what we can do. There's a lot of games today in the FA Cup, as you can see. And yeah, we're way down the list, but it doesn't really matter. All that matters is the game that we're playing. So fingers crossed, like I say, we can get off to a decent start. But Dartford are dominating proceedings at the moment. We've had the one shot at goal, it was on target. Dartford with 5 attempts and 3 on target. So they're very much the better side. We need to wake up a little bit, really. Here's Dan Ball. Plays it inside to Zach Smith. He's found a bit of space here in the midfield. Into Winstanley at right back. Chance to get past. Into the penalty area he goes. It's a good effort, but it's a very good save from the goalkeeper. And it goes out for a corner. Really good run there by Winstanley. And James here with the delivery from the resulting corner. Swings it in toward the far post. Evans was there. It's cleared away. Here is Marion now. Lucas couldn't get there. Took a slight knock there from one of the opposition players, but nothing came from that. And it remains 0-0. But right at the end of the first half, Woods here with a delivery and good punch from Kowalski, but Okoro with the effort there. And I'm not sure if it went over or wide, but either way, it didn't go in. So far, so good. We are looking a little bit limp up front, though, at the moment. So we are going to have to just pick it up a little bit. But I think the key thing is we just need to keep the lads motivated at the moment. We just need to keep the morale up. Hopefully, we can be a little bit more creative. It's the quietest that Bogdan Marian has been, to be quite honest, for some time. Obviously, we didn't really look like scoring, even though we had a lot more chances against Dover. And it's the first time that we haven't scored since the third game of the season. Here is Lucas. It's ended up out wide with Winstanley. Chamberlain was there. That is a poor finish from him. Needs to be doing better. And again, we're struggling for options here. Stern and Marion haven't had the best of games. Neither has Lucas. So I think we are going to make some changes here. We're only allowed 3 substitutions at the moment. And Lucas is also in a yellow card. So I think he will come off. Ed Harris can come on and Evans can push up into midfield. James is also on a yellow card. But, God, so many poor performances at the moment. I think we're going to get McCooty on for Marion. Give him an opportunity. McBride, I think, is going to have to come on as well for Stern, who's, again, he has been shocking today. We're going to move Chamberlain out to the left-hand side, and hopefully we'll be able to be a little bit more creative here. When Stanley picks up the goal kick relatively comfortably, plays it inside to Lloyd James. That's a good pass, knocking it onto Stern. Big opportunity maybe here. Can he get the cross in? No, he can't. It's blocked by the fullback, and it's out for a corner. And the substitutions have taken place. We're going to demand more, and hopefully we can just push through a little bit. Free kick opportunity here for Dartford. And Coulson is taking his time here. It's a good strike. It's quite a way over, though. Kowalczyk didn't even raise a hand. He looked very comfortable there. Dartford with the resulting corner. Oduadu. Diarra was there. He's a big man, isn't he, Musa Diarra? You can tell that just by looking at him there. And he has won the header, and it looks like we could be heading out of the FA Cup here. We're going to demand more again. We're going to go attacking. Oduadu with a throw here on this left-hand side for Dartford. Throws it into Okoro. Plays it inside. Now Woods. Good pressure by McCooty, but the ball's fell to Bojaj and it's gone over the crossbar. That is a big chance for Dartford. And we have got away with it there. We've gone more attacking. It's not going to bring any chances. And unfortunately, once again, we fall short of the first round of the FA Cup and two 1-0 defeats in a row. And it's the first time we've looked so impotent up front, like I say, since the first few games of the season. As you can see, we've scored, even in the defeat against Tonbridge, we scored in that game. And we've started October extremely poorly here. It's not ideal, but I suppose it does mean that we can just focus in on the league. The FA Trophy is not until the end of November, but we are going to come back for Farnborough and Weston-super-Mare. Both of them are home games in the league. We've got 4 league games to get through along the way. Hopefully we can kind of sort this out and get goals scoring again. But not an ideal episode, but hopefully we can push on and improve in the next 4 games before tomorrow's episode. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.